Guys, my name is Sophie the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm doing my March wrap up. So for March, it was a really good reading month for me. Let me know in the comments down below all the books you guys read in the month of March, and which ones you liked and which ones you didn't like. I would love to know. So I read a total of 7 books in March, which I could have read one more, but I was kind of dealing with a little bit of a reading slump. Just not feeling like reading. Not that I didn't like what I was reading, I just didn't feel like reading, you know. I'm sure you guys have experienced that sometime in your life if you've been reading as long as I have. I haven't really had lots of reading slumps. I've had a few, but in my circumstances, I have seen that it's not necessarily that I don't want to read. It's either I don't feel like it, or sometimes in the past it's been because I'm not enjoying what I'm reading. So let me know what time when you guys have had reading slumps, what it was from. If it was because you didn't like if it wasn't what you wanted to be reading, you weren't feeling it at the time, or you just couldn't concentrate. So let me know down below in the comments because I would love to know. So let's get going with the books I read. So the last book I finished this month, last month, the book of March. This last book I finished in the month of March is The Last Flight of Paxo West by Daniel Torday. I've been wanting this book for a while and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I just finished it last night, so I'm hoping I will come up with more consensus of what I thought about it. I really enjoyed it. However, it was a little bit of a letdown. I didn't dislike it. I loved the characters. I loved the story setting. I liked the time setting it was in. And basically it was about this boy finding out about his grandfather that he published a book. And he later found out that he was not a RAF pilot during the war for the British Air Force. And I really enjoyed it. I liked the storytelling, I liked his writing. It was really good. At times I didn't want to put it down. However, I had to put it down at times to get up and do things, and so that I wouldn't read it too fast and not enjoy it. So the next book I finished was The Nazi Officer's Wife by Edith Handberg. I love this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. If you guys saw my review on my channel, I love this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This is a true story about a woman who survived the Holocaust by marrying a Nazi soldier, and they had a child together, and I loved it. It was a true story, and it was so heartbreaking at times, but it was an amazing story of courage and survival, and I just loved that. Like I said before, I read lots of books like that were fictional, and however, this is the first book of this type that I've read. It was nonfiction, and I loved it. Next off book I read, it's still historical, however, it's not enduring about the Holocaust. It is Ruby by Cynthia Hand. I also love this book. I think I gave this either 4 or 5 stars on Goodreads. I read this book earlier at the beginning of March, and I enjoyed it. However, I wish I would have been able to read it more consistent. There was like 2 days I didn't get to read it because I was in the middle of moving. However, I still really enjoyed it. This is a girl named Ruby, and she's a black woman, and she is grown up now, and she decides to move back to Texas, and she finds out that there's still dislike and hatred towards her people, and it just shows her life and what she went through, and it tells some of her stories, which is very heartbreaking. But in the end, she was able to find love and get through and move on with her life, which I think is very important. And a lot of these stories like this, you know, finding love can either help them, it can either help fix them or help destroy them. And this was just a really interesting book, and I already liked it, and I encourage you guys to check this book out. Next off, I read The Selection by Kiera Cass. I also enjoyed this. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. This is about a girl named America who joins the selection, and she does it to help her family because her family is very poor. In the selection series, everyone is a number, and their number is really close to poor, so they barely make it. It's hard to feed their daughters and to survive, and she joins the selection to help help her do what she wants to do with life, as well as help her family. So the next books I read, which I've read this before and I'm rereading it, I read City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Mortal Instrument series. I give 5 out of 5 stars. I read this book like 6 years ago when I was still a teenager, and I loved them. And I still love them as much as I did back then. Now that I'm older, I think I understood more things and actually got more things out of it than I did the first time. That's one thing that's worried me when I've gone back and read these books I've read as a child or even just a teenager, that my thoughts have changed so much that maybe I wouldn't enjoy it, and I still did. And I'll be finished reading that series in the next couple of months. Let me guys know if you guys have ever read these books and if it changed your opinion, because I would love to know. And the next book I finished, which I think this was actually number 2 I read last month, was Low Pressure by Sandra Brown. I really enjoyed this book. This is my second book by her I've read, and I really thought I was going to love it. I enjoyed it. I like her writing style. She is a woman from Texas, and she's a writer, and she writes kind of mystery books. They're not necessarily like detective novels, that's what I kind of thought they were, but they're just mysterious books about people's lives and about how problems have shaped their lives. This book is it's called Low Pressure. It's about a woman who wrote a book named Low Pressure, and it has to do about something that happened in her life, but she changed her name to keep this event in her life private so that people wouldn't come stalking her and wanting questions. However, someone finds out, and it causes all sorts of types of problems, and she has to deal with that. So it was a really interesting book, and I really enjoyed it. I want to read some more of her books, see her other types. I definitely prefer Breath of Scandal better than this one. However, it still has the elements I like. It's fast-paced. I can't put this down in mystery. So let me know all the books you guys read this month. I would love to know, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Goodbye.